My purdy armor.
Party.
And my purdy shield.
Bunny shield.
Angry golden bunny shield.
Rawr.
I assume you're the other person actually hitting my Twitch stream.
I was. I closed it because I started hearing myself.
Oh, hilarious. It's actually counting Nightbot as a viewer. It's one of those stream bots that I invited in so that I could someday use it to do like contests and shit.
Fancy.
Because it'll do like the whole pick a random person from the channel kind of thing.
Yeah.
It'll also do like chat policing, but not like I actually have.
Moderating.
Not like I have to worry about that. You'd actually have to have some viewers to need that one.
Soon.
Yeah, no, I doubt it ever.
Aw.
I have my fast pony though. Twitch actually runs really damn well on the Chromebook.
Nice.
I love my Chromebook.
But are you also playing games, or are you just watching Twitch on the Chromebook?
Well, I've got my stream up on Twitch or the Chromebook, so I can see if anybody's saying anything in chat.
Gotcha. I was like, are you playing games on your Chromebook?
No. Although I probably could, at least to some extent. I could play like web games, but yeah, who cares about those?
You don't look much like a Smith.
Hipsters do, Belle.
Clean, says I.
Hipsters care about
If you
web
want to
games?
get your hands dirty,
I keep
look
telling
at
you,
my
like, I'm not
materials.
really a
They may
hipster,
cost
but
a
you
bit
don't
more than
believe
most,
me.
but quality.
Nope.
You
don't
think
look
that
much
the
like a
glasses
Smith.
have somehow
Clean, says I.
warped my
If you want to get your hands
sensibilities?
dirty, have a look at my materials.
Yes, I'm worried about you.
Cost a bit more than most, but quality like
Look,
this
I would have
don't
had the
cheap.
dragon conversation regardless of the glasses.
I'm not convinced, because the topic's come up before.
Yeah, and I've brought up the fact that dragons have 4 legs. Or I have. Because, like, okay, to me, a dragon has 4 legs and 2 wings. A wyvern has 2 legs and 2 wing arm things. A worm is the dragon without legs. It's basically the snake dragon. Now, Drake, I don't have a freaking clue where that factors in. Usually in game systems, dragons have magic and drakes do not. So drakes are like wild creatures, whereas, you know, dragons are intelligent.
So did you check out my stump today?
What stump?
My maze stump. My amazing stump.
I don't know what you're talking about.
In Landmark!
Oh, no, I haven't yet. I patched it up. And for whatever reason, I never got around to actually doing anything with it. I didn't play much of anything today. I just didn't feel like it.
Yeah, not being able to breathe will do that to you.
Yeah, I watched other people play things, but I didn't actually play much myself. Although I saw that they delayed the whole End of the World.
End of the world?
Yeah. The urgent email.
Oh, did they?
Yeah, they did.
Probably because all the servers were dying.
Were they legitimately dying?
They sent out a second urgent email that was like, everything's on fire! We're so sorry!
We suck at this.
Hail.
We hate being alive. We hate being alive.
Being alive is overrated. I'm actually kind of liking Evermore for crafting. It's not as convenient as Shornhelm, but it's a hell of a lot less populated, and it's a prettier town.
I was gonna say, is it because there's less people there?
It is totally because there's less people there. Because like I can't use that bank without like having to walk over people.
Finest quality merchandise.
I mean, and like the woodworking and have you been to you've been to Sentinel, right?
Maybe.
You know how the woodworking? Well, okay, it's the desert town in Alakir.
Yes.
Okay, so you know how the woodworking table is pretty much just right outside the smithy?
Yes.
It's similar here in Evermore. It's just right around the corner.
Hello.
So
Evermore.
the only thing that's a pain is like the bank is close to the crafting, but it's not as close. The only bad thing is
Bye,
it's the
Zenithar.
same
It's good to see
voice
someone with a heavy
as
purse again.
the
We
lady
haven't had a
from
deposit in
Daggerfall.
days. How can I-
And she's not saying the phrase, but it's giving me flashbacks of her saying the phrase.
Soon you're gonna have to go play on the PTSD server.
The PTSD server.
Yeah.
There's the thing that I didn't realize is that only a few people have access to the PTS server. It's not an everybody thing. Like
Well, yeah.
you had to have been in the thing to have gotten in, and I didn't realize that. I thought it was like WoW patch servers, everyone had access.
Nope.
I guess we're special.
Mm-hmm.
Because I was like, Ash was like, you know, we should really form a 12-man team and get them to let us into PTS. I'm like, isn't everyone in PTS? Nope. Which makes me feel like I should probably play some over there, because I'm a special snowflake, apparently.
It's true.
I like my pony. It's fast.
Is it the fastest pony?
Yes, it's the fastest pony. It's kind of a cinnamon color. I temporarily named it something, but I don't know if I'm going to keep said name.
Does it taste like raisins?
Potentially. I mean, that's a high Whoa. What the hell did I get 3 skill points? Unspent.
Bananas.
Apparently. Okay, so I can either do... Allies may activate a synergy granting a powerful damage shield, or reduces power of enemies nearby. I don't know, I'm confused which one I want. The synergy thing sounds awesome. But then again, so does reduces weapon damage of enemies nearby by 30%.
Woe and ruin.
Okay, that's amazing though. Allies may activate Protective Shell synergy, granting a damage shield for 85% of their max health.
Wow.
That's really freaking powerful.
Is that an ultimate?
Yeah, it's my
Okay.
the ultimate from the Earth and Heart line, the magma shield thing.
Hail.
Apparently I dinged 45.
I'm so behind. Silly landmark contest.
You have more levels total than I do, probably.
34 and 26.
Yes, you do. You have more levels total.
But I think the lower ones are a tad easier to come by.
Look, I'm making you feel better.
I have drugs. I know better than this.
I'm semi-drugged myself.
Yay!
Nobody cares at all.
Okay, so I want to go to PAX South.
Me too.
Like, that's actually one that's a decent distance. Like, San Antonio is not that far.
Yep.
I just have to, you know, be planned and ready and know that the shit's gonna happen on time. Because, like, I guess PAX East this year sold out in, like, a silly amount of time. Okay, this is probably a waste, but I'm gonna spend my points. So I now have Keen Eye or maxed out.
Find all the ores?
Yeah. And now I can do calcinium. I try and keep, like, stuff a full level ahead of where I'm at. That way, that way I'm getting chests full of the hard to find ore, not the common to find ore.
You don't look much like a smith. Too clean, says I. If you want to get your hands dirty, have a look at my materials. They may cost a bit more than most, but quality
The
like
smith
this
wants
don't
me to
come
get
cheap.
dirty. I have to start finding people that need dwarven iron now. Pass those down the line. Although I'm actually regaining money at a surprising level.
Something pony?
Okay, incoming materials.
Uh-oh.
Pitch and hickory and leather.
Drapey's entered channel.
Hey, Travis.
Greetings.
Or Kodra, or whatever we want to call you tonight.
Bananas.
Bananas. D-service now, bigot.
No, he's the cultist.
Okay. Do you have a moment to talk about service now?
One sec. I'm trying to get my voice communication set up.
Okay.
But yes, I do.
No, I was joking.
I totally have a time to talk about service now.
You're gonna beat on my door with a pamphlet, aren't you?
Have you heard the good news?
Do you have a moment to talk about the cosmic rhinoceros? You're out in the Storm Legion area. There's these giant ogre-looking guys that just love to sit down and tell you about the cosmic rhinoceros.
That's fine.
It's amazing. Bankerai Pass. So I had a power supply die.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, my second machine. That's why I'm using the Chromebook to monitor the stream.
Got it.
So I guess tomorrow I go to Best Buy and pick up whatever I can get and swap it out.
We have to find a way inside.
Awkward.
Can't be right.
Yeah, I
The
hate
grotto
Best Buy.
belongs to the Glenmoral Weird as a temple to Hersine. The Reachmen got past our watch and turned our bear guardians against us and destroyed our protect. Unless the bear spirits power the wards, you must be near and enact a clan of bear. It frees them from enslavement. They serve to protect. Yes. If no.
Oh man, I get to go
Briarheart
save
is
some
helpful.
bears.
Rar.
Dude, I love Bankerai. Like the whole giant rock pillars that you can get underneath, and Bankerai may be my favorite zone so far.
You also get to deprive everyone of werewolves and vampires.
It's true! I get to be a hero.
Or menace.
I am a hero. Get that straight.
hero!
I'm a people person, damn it! Kill bears near wards. Okay. Is this a ward? Are you a ward? Character named October. Can I take a moment just to say how much I love the fact that ZeniMax has a troop of people that are nuking bots? Because I've seen several of them dead on the side of the road.
That's awesome.
Like, they'll be resurrectable or whatever, and they'll be like, you know, on the side of a path, and it's a very obvious bot name.
Test.
It is appearing to work. Okay, I need to power a different ward. It feels wrong to be killing bears to power these wards. That seems odd to me.
I'm disregarding your conscience in terms of killing things. Does not exist.
I know, but it's a bear. Bears are cute and cuddly and
Till they bite your head off.
So are we streaming?
Yes.
I am legitimately streaming. Like, I
Is this
really am.
channel line? Okay.
I have no idea. Nobody's watching me because no one ever watches me, but it eventually ends up on YouTube. Because I back my shit up to YouTube.
Back it up.
Back. A treasure chest. I remember earlier. That's what I leveled off of, was a treasure chest.
Aww. Oh, okay, that's why that happened.
But I totally feel like you should be a paid evangelist for ServiceNow.
Man, I will absolutely sell you on this product. Actually, so do you like? I would love to demo this. Like, give me an example of it, an application you would want to build.
Look, my airflow is really low, so I'm not thinking clearly. I probably shouldn't be talking, but, you know, fuck it.
Okay, so something that we've been recently trying to build is a real estate inventory system. And it's where we have properties around the city that have, you know, an ID number, an address, descriptive information, you know, what it was purchased for, what it's currently being used for, and all that stuff. And then a bunch of other child tables that have more information about the thing, like different types of buildings that are on it, different types of document requests and whatnot.
So you have this concept of your buildings or locations, and then buildings are built on top of those locations.
It's
The problem is they're both equal level.
wards are
Like,
back.
it could be a
Well,
building,
So now
it
we'll
could
call upon
be
her scene
a plot of
and find
land,
out
it
why
could
Mr.
be
Speedy is still beating heart.
an easement on a plot of land.
By rights, I should be the one.
and they've been kind of wishy-washy on how to describe it, but I really think it's you have a parcel which correlates to a parcel based on GIS indicators,
Responsible.
and then that parcel has information about it, and it gets more complex from there. But it's
See, this is why I say you would love this. So so you could create. So there's actually already like a locations table in here. So you could start defining out the various locations as part of the parcels of land, and then from there you can build a custom table for building. And you can determine what attributes you want on that. And building a table is all table driven. It's you create the table, give it a name, then you let people know if it's extending another table. So we're doing sort of object hierarchy, although but it's all databases.
yeah.
So that's sort of the concept of ServiceNow. Like, you have a task table which has everything that is a task on it, and then you have an incident table which is inherits the task table. So it's doing database object hierarchy. It's almost
Yeah.
like object-oriented databases.
That's kind of what we did in SharePoint.
Worthy offering. What is it?
So what really gets tricky with ServiceNow then is that you have business rules that say whenever we are going to, before we update a record, after we update a record, before we query a record, you can define
kick off
scripts.
workflows.
Well, you can kick off workflows, but you can also kick off like immediate script events. So like you can manipulate the data before it gets inserted.
Takes the form of a bear. The aspect of speed takes.
Or you could kick out an event to the event queue, which will then send off a notification. Or you can put something into a different table, which will then have some orchestration take place.
And the other big thing, like, that we figured out how to do in SharePoint is latch onto the view of data from an external application. Like, so from something not SharePoint. Is that easy to do in ServiceNow?
Yes.
Okay.
I do so many stinking integrations with our ServiceNow instance. Like, so, what are you using to get that data? Are you using
Active Directory, or not Active Directory, but just ADO. So .NET
Okay, so you're using some .NET object.
Or
Like, so-
Ajax.
or Ajax, yeah.
Okay, so are you using SOAP or JSON? JSON?
Actually, so here's the cool thing is no, I'm mounting it as an ADO data set.
Okay,
Mounts it.
so that's So that's going to be something that you would probably have to build a web services front end because you don't want to be.
Right.
Again, this is a cloud service. You don't want to
Right.
be mounting your ADOs into your cloud.
Right. And that's the significant difference. Is this is like, this would be cloud hosted, so everything would have to be Ajax or not Ajax, but SOAP or REST, one of the two.
Yeah. But they have native SOAP integrations. Like, they also have a bunch of custom queries. So, like, is this a SQL database or is this an AD database?
Well, so okay, everything in SharePoint is a SQL database essentially. So when you
Okay.
program against it, it sees it as though it's a SQL database,
I'm
even
saying
though
the
it's not
data-
really.
the data you're trying to get to.
Well, no. See, I'm okay. What I'm doing?
The ADO object you're mounting.
No, see, I'm
that-
going the other way.
Oh.
I'm using SharePoint as though it were a database.
Oh, for your Active Directory?
Well, not for Active Directory, but for
applications.
applications. So you could build like
Yeah,
a more robust standalone client type application. And mostly what this is we have a bunch of processes that dump files out to our open data site. And we'll pull that out of the SharePoint record so that it becomes just a flat XML that is disconnected from everything else.
Yeah, so,
And cache.
you can do that, and again, so you can do that on a routine basis, but you would have to cache it inside the ServiceNow.
Yeah. Yeah, because I just have like worker processes that go out and dump the files on the intervals that they need.
Yeah, that's totally reasonable.
So
So-
instead of ADO, it would just be a SOAP call, probably into ServiceNow to return the data set.
So, yeah, if the data set is, so it's actually could be a number of hilarious things. Are these all sitting out on an FTP directory?
Sorta, kinda.
So if it's FTP enabled, there's actually some ServiceNow code that already exists to go out and routinely just grab FTP files.
Well, to generate FTP files from ServiceNow, that would be the direction. Going from ServiceNow out to a flat file.
Oh,
So like a scheduled
okay.
report type thing.
Yeah, well, okay, so scheduled reports actually are also a thing in existence, and by the way, their reporting engine is awesome.
Yeah, because right now for most of these data sets, we have a XML file and a JSON file that are updated.
So what's
Periodically.
the source of these data sets is SharePoint.
Yeah. So it's
And how are these data sets being created? By forms?
sorta. Yeah, I mean,
Like-
we use SharePoint for data entry.
So okay,
So-
that's what I was trying to get to. So you have a form that somebody fills out and then submits to SharePoint, and SharePoint is acting as that data repository.
Right, so periodically we just dump that data.
Yes, that is exactly what ServiceNow does. And then yes, they can absolutely do whatever you want with that data.
Cool.
But the trick is that we actually leverage SharePoint's interfaces for the data entry.
What do you? Okay, explain this to me in a business terms.
Okay, so if somebody wants an application, say this injury form, if somebody gets hurt on the job, they asked me to design an injury form that people could go in, fill out, type in information, and it would save it in a database that could be retrieved later on.
Yes.
I built this thing in ASP.NET. I actually used pretty much plain HTML controls and jQuery and Ajax to process everything server side. But I had to build the form and put all the fields out there and do data validation and then put all of that into a database.
Mm-hmm.
So with SharePoint, I could create, the lists, the tables, whatever, that holds that data and then kind of tweak their input form to look the way I want. And I don't have to worry about writing the HTML to put all the fields
Yeah.
out there, writing the validation.
Okay, is there can we go to Google Hangouts so I can show you this form, this UI creator? That's why I like this, because I don't have to ever deal with UI ever again. Let me get.
Well, I guess it was mainly just a question if that's was included in it, because
Yes,
I don't
it's
want to write my own things.
incredible. It's incredible. I never have to deal with UI ever again.
See, we like dealing with UI.
Why?
Because
The
it's
UI
fun.
is- No.
Okay,
It's
so
the fun part of
let
development.
me rephrase that. I like putting the icing on UIs.
Sure, I don't like writing XML and
Oh yeah, totally.
I don't like writing HTML. I don't like writing XML. I don't like writing CSS. I think that is frustrating.
I like doing it, but it's like once I've made 100 web pages, I don't want to have to go back to a blank screen and build everything from scratch again. It would be nice to have a platform to start things and then move everything out around the way I want it. That's why I'm addicted to creating WordPress themes.
WordPress is really clean. Like, I mean, it's a good tool. I need to redo the theme for Agronaut.
This time with more chibi.
The
So,
hell?
was that entire conversation being streamed?
Oh, totally was. Yeah.
Holy.
Look, nobody listens to my shit anyway, so like, I give a shit.
I want to say we pulled a Euron.
Pretty much.
Man, I'm totally doing a hangout in this stream. How do I share screen?
Yeah.
On this?
Nobody actually like listens to my stream or watches my stream, so it doesn't matter. I mean, we can talk about anything we want to.
Bananas.
I would be shocked if people were listening. I would maybe care if people were listening. I just find it entertaining because I'll listen to these later.
Do you see my screen, Ray?
Yes.
Okay. So, let's create a new table.
How do you find honing stones other than breaking down other crap?
Breaking down other crap, but where you really get them in bulk is from refining ore.
Oh, okay.
Like, so just go on like a harvesting binge, and that seems to be the best way to get tempers. And as you put points into smithing, it will improve your chances of getting them. Like, there's a metal extraction ability, and it greatly improves your chance of extracting rare items. And when it says that, it means it. Cause like,
It's noticeable.
like I get a lot of blues now. Like,
Alternatively, you can make good friends with the hireling.
the hireling is awesome because the hireling will give you some rare shit.
Mm.
This is also why I
Trophy catch. I'll enjoy gutting.
This is why I've really only focused on one thing. One trade skill, yeah, because that way I can put my... Like, all of them are leveling, because they kind of just level themselves. But I only really put skill points into one right now.
Blacksmith.
Yep. Okay, now to the spirit of the hunt.
The hunt's tomatoes.
Oh, hey. Yes. Ash, Brian is evangelizing service now.
Yes, I am.
Ash is apparently watching the stream.
Alright, so here's the form designer.
So, I really think you should get a job at ServiceNow. I'm just saying.
It's definitely something I've considered. So I've added a name, I've added a location, which is a reference to another table. So it's a strongly enforced foreign key.
What happened?
Okay.
Has Hershey
Um,
said something of you?
What other types of fields would we care about here?
Address, a description of the location, when it was acquired.
So let's do acquired date. Let's do a date time. We'll add that over to the side, and we're gonna call this acquired.
It kind of reminds me of the MyPHP table interface, but cleaner.
Let's add a description, which is going to be a string. Let's find a good text.
So does this system also do auditing of changes in the table to where...
Sure, let me go show you that after I finish this up.
Okay.
I don't know what translated text is. We're gonna assume this works. Description. Alright. So we reload the form. We see that we have added these fields to it. Date time lets us pop up this widget. What's acquired here. Location, we can pop up a list of all of the existing locations we have in our system.
Holy crap, you're roboting.
Sorry.
Are you back home?
Yes, I am.
It's not a robot. It's just his inner fervor overwhelming the frequency.
It's true.
It is. We'll have to work on this. I think this might be a headset issue at this point, or something. I don't know. We'll figure it out.
Well, it could be that you're doing a Google Hangout and...
Yeah, it could be that.
Yeah.
Stream all the sounds.
Anyway, so you can dig down to see what records are here. There's this whole security thing. We go back to tables. To real estate.
There's a piece of software that I need to investigate called virtual audio cables, which supposedly allows you to change, have great control over what applications can hear other applications, so that you could stream and listen to music without the music going across the stream.
Oh.
Since by default, Twitch just broadcasts whatever the hell is on stereo mix.
Yeah.
Which is fine until I back it up to YouTube and it tells me that, oh no, these are all copyright protected. Which, really, that's... The funny thing is as much controversy as that's been, I'm not trying to make a profit off anything. And all it does is basically say you will not try and monetize these videos. Or if you do, the royalties go to whoever the copyright holders were.
And yes, you're paying for that stamp.
I don't care about monetizing. I'm almost allergic to making money off my stuff.
Can anyone hear me? Help me!
Oh man.
Why is this not showing up? Oh, because I don't have high security, maybe? Maybe. Let's try this.
It's not working because you actually want it to work.
Poisoned. As we entered, there is a reason. I am tired. Yes, for my duty is to protect innocents from Minius office. What happened?
There's a lot, turning on auditing, it's already turned on for a lot of the out-of-the-box things, but showing how you turn it on for another table. This is where being a ServiceNow expert helps me. Because I'm like, yes, I know that I can turn on auditing, I just don't remember how. Nope, that did not show up, so... Maybe I have to do it on another field? Let's try it on the name.
I don't want to go back to Bankrai yet.
Too bad.
Oh! Popped in for a bit of respite as well, I see.
I don't really know.
If you'd like some provisions, I might be able to help you out while we're both resting in here.
Wow, this place is probably going to turn into a farmer's paradise. It's a little dungeon area with a vendor inside the dungeon.
Oh, snap.
Yep.
Eto, Enoch. I hope... Oh, you're still here. I don't suppose you'd be willing to help me on another... I've been unable to research this site properly. My editor gave me a list of other... Aminyas may have... Of course not.
Alright, I am not sure what's going on, but this is actually a new version of ServiceNow, so it must be something I'll need to yell at my ServiceNow reps about. But yes, you can audit any table you want. And the data goes into another table, which you can look at. Everything in this is a freaking database. Like, everything, everything is a table, and it's awesome. So here's us auditing our data. So somebody else, I'll have to talk to them. We clearly are already auditing a lot of stuff. Because this is my table that we used for the game we built. Which hilariously lets us know whenever anyone manages to defeat a monster. So let's see what happens if we create a table.
You left the hangout, by the way.
Did I? Weird.
I figured you... I originally thought you were just gonna, like, type in a password or something, and you didn't want me to see.
No, that was not what happened.
Yes, he didn't want you to hack the Matrix.
Anyways.
Oh, I know how to do that already.
Anyways, yes, there's a ton of stuff you can do with this. But you see how the form designer is. I really like it.
Yeah.
So I think Ash is still in channel, but for whatever reason, it's only showing me and Nightbot in the viewer list. I think Twitch is confused.
Nightbot, champion of the day.
Who is Nightbot?
It's like a IRC bot, basically. You can use it to do things. I mean, Twitch is literally built on IRC.
Right.
So yeah.
Anyways, when is freaking Hex going to get their act together?
Is it still not doing well with the whole...
Tournaments are still not enabled. I guess I should play some ESO. I haven't played that in a while.
What level are you even up to right now?
I think I have level 36 or 37.
Okay.
Yeah, I've been left behind. I went to ServiceNow.
Well, my quote-unquote new main is only level 26, so I wouldn't worry too much.
What's your old main?
It's the Templar. I made a Dragon Knight, and I started playing around with her one evening, and then I was like, I have to get Fiery Breath! And then once I got that, it was all over.
See, I love this armor set because I have Fiery Breath without having Fiery Breath.
I have to. So I've heard that like people are kind of not playing Nightblade and Templars right now.
There's a lot of Nightblades, like especially the Nightblade Drain Tank. Like that is a crazy popular build.
Yeah, I see a ton of them. A ton of Nightblades wearing heavy armor and dual wielding. I'm also
Templar
seeing
just...
a lot of Templars leveling up here, so.
Templar just stopped being interesting to me.
I haven't really played with my Templar or Templar in a while.
Van Belsing.
Yeah, like I just created him. I don't know, like most of the abilities other than Javelin don't really interest me in Templar.
I mean, I don't know.
I like to poke all the things ability you get first. That one's kind of fun.
Stab, stab, stab.
But like Dragon Knight, I like everything about that class except for maybe the Earth Tree. But I'm getting to where I like the Earth Tree because fiery weapons is amazing.
Oh, that's what I'm primarily focusing on as the two-hander.
I am really digging the sorcerer still, and I'm really excited that they. I think did I see that in the Reddit that they're.
There question mark.
You know, sometimes I hear things and I forget where I hear them.
I can't believe this could. You found the notes?
Oh, that missed me too.
Now
Like,
all I have to do is locate that wire.
like I swear I have seen a picture of Han Solo and Luke Skywalker from Disney Infinity, but I don't remember where the hell I saw it.
I think that's going to be expansion 3.
Oh, more than likely, yeah. But
They pretty much kind of said that the Star Wars stuff is expansion 3. Expansion 2 is the Marvel stuff, and expansion 3 is the Star Wars stuff.
But I swear somewhere I saw mock-ups.
Oh, you're probably right. Yeah.
And I also saw like an Indiana Jones mock-up or something.
Yeah, but seeing how good corporations are at scrubbing the internet, it might have existed, but it probably doesn't anymore.
Man, speaking of stuff scrubbed from the internet that hasn't been yet, did you see the leaked screenshots for World of Darkness?
Yes.
It looked pretty cool, except for it looked a lot like Secret World.
Yeah.
Which makes sense, I mean.
Well, I don't know. I have mixed emotions on that. I have 2 really good friends that both lost their jobs in that bullshit.
I just hope this doesn't mean that nothing will ever be done with that license.
Oh, it pretty much means that completely. And I'll tell you why. It's because CCP is having a very tough time financially right now. And unless they sell that license, which they'll have to do, because even, according to my friends, like, even Eve isn't doing good. Eve was having a renaissance there about a year ago, and then it jumped the cliff. And they don't know what's going on. Everybody at CCP is like flipping the fuck out, and that's why World of Darkness was canceled. Not because the internal stuff didn't look good. That's a bullshit line they're fucking feeding.
I didn't know. Yes, I didn't.
It was canceled because they seriously didn't have money to fund it.
The weird thing is like a lot of people that play Eve seem to be gravitating towards Archage.
Yeah. Well, and so what's funny is, like I said, thankfully, the 2 guys that are my friends are both artists, and they're working on art assets and stuff like that at CCP. So they would spend part of their time on Eve and part of their time on World of Darkness and stuff like that. That's how it had been for the last 2 years on the Stone Mountain team, right?
Yeah.
Everybody in Stone Mountain, Georgia. And so thankfully, he was able to get, both of them were able to get jobs pretty quickly out of there. So one of them is working for 12th Street Productions. And
Oh, I was muted. I did not realize I was muted. Anyways, the thing that I was remembering, which I didn't know where I had heard it, was about the pet UI, which is going to make Sorcerer a lot more usable. So I can tell my pet to attack things and not attack things.
Was that during Matt's State of the Game the other day?
It was apparently during the Ask Us Anything. I know this because I asked the professor.
I thought I'd never escape.
So how is Bankurai?
Bankurai is really damn fun. Like, I like Bankurai a lot.
it's a place.
It's kind of like half desert, half Glenumbra. Which makes sense considering where it's situated, but...
I kind of hope that we get to eventually see, like... I don't know what they're going to do with Orsinium.
I think they're gonna put orcs there.
Well, yes. I figure that orcs will probably be there, and there might be, like, a rebuild Orsinium, but I kind of want, like, to see the ruined Orsinium.
Well, like, I don't know what Orsinium is doing during the interregnum. Like, I don't know lore-wise who owns Orsinium right now.
I believe it's been destroyed
Well, yeah, but, like,
several times.
it has been destroyed a lot of times, but the orcs are willful, and you would think that they would just still be hanging around like,
Good luck.
hey guys, we have some ruins, it'll be great.
Of course, exactly.
Orcs are cool, you mean?
Yes, it's complicated.
I like orcs. I liked Betnik, which was totally Dances with Orcs.
Yeah.
You realize, in this world, orcs are elves.
I realize in this,
I know.
This world, orcs are the only cool elves, yes.
Look, in this world, I am fine with all of the elves except for the Altmer.
You mean the ones I like to play?
The ones you like to play, yeah. Like, I am down with cannibal elves and snooty, hate-filled elves. I'm even down with half-elves, aka Bretons.
And the whole lore behind the dwarf elves.
The dwarf elves, yeah. Yeah, they were... Actually, the thing is like, there was a period of time where I thought it would be awesome to play a Dwemer. It would not be awesome to play a Dwemer. They were assholes.
Yes.
Like, every game only further underlines the fact that they were the biggest assholes on the planet, and they did really bad things and deserved to die. Like,
They got what was coming to them.
They got what was coming to them. Like, I feel sorry for the Falmer. Like, that is horrible. Look, guys.
No elves?
Yeah, look, guys, we'll save you, but you have to eat this stuff that's going to make you blind and crazy.
That sounds like last week.
I mean, it was just, yeah, I mean, like, that, they're assholes. Like, there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. I mean...
Oh, well, there's probably buts about it.
But they're mechanical.
But
I'm glad they left their ruins all over the place so I can go explore them.
The ancient elves are the Outmore, right?
Thought I'd never escape.
The Aldemer.
Aldemer, yeah.
The Aldemer, yeah.
Which is why I love the name of the the Altmeri Dominion, because it's possibly the most pretentious name you can have.
Look, we're the only elves, so go fuck yourselves.
No, it's like no. We are the Dominion of all elves, the only elves that matter. That's right. That's us.
It's because like all the other elves that could have done anything about like freaking, the Altmer basically killed themselves. You had the freaking the dwarf elves that went batshit insane and started obviously making crazy shit that should have never been made, and then disappeared. And then you have the really freaky whatever the fuck the Aelid elves were.
Aliens are the best elves, yo.
I liked the Aelids. I mean, they had the coolest stuff.
Metallic skid and craziness, yes.
I might be biased towards the Aliens.
Because you are the last Aelid.
The only thing I don't like about Aelid lore in general is that it's kind of a ripoff of the lore from Arduin with the dragon. As a kid, like 13 years old, I remember reading Arduin in like the early 80s, like 82, 83 and stuff like that. Those playbooks and stuff. And it was like, holy crap, there's a weird ass race of space elves with metallic skid. And then lo and behold, Aelids in freaking ESO and Elder Scrolls in general. It's like someone at Bethesda loved some Arduin.
Someone read my blog.
Well, I do not blame whatsoever. It's like, that's kind of cool that someone at Bethesda like like that. It is a very obscure role-playing game, to say the least.
So is the Newbie Blogger Initiative all about just blogging, or specifically MMO blogging?
Game geekdom blogging in general.
Okay.
So, like, I mean, I'm sure if you wanted to do a personal blog, no one would care, but it's primarily focused on gaming blogging, because not all the people that are in that are actual MMO bloggers. Most of them are, but like there's a couple people that are console players, and you are more than welcome to join in the madness.
Maybe. We'll see.
Won't let me put these enchants on my weapon.
My soldiers have been...
There's level restrictions on enchants. Just make sure it matches up.
It does. That's what I'm trying to figure out. I don't get it.
Does it already have an enchant on it?
No.
Nope.
Is there a lock on the weapon? A lock icon?
Let me see.
Yeah,
Nope.
there are some certain weird unenchantable items, like Limscather's Branch. Which is really annoying because it's always charged, but you can't enchant it. Anyways, be right back.
Yeah, I'm trying to put Trifling Glyph of Flame on my sword, right? There's no lock on my sword.